4 minutes or 5, so I just wanted to ask you how many minutes exactly it was?
2 to 4.
2 to 4? 2 to 5?
4 to 6.
Okay, so everyone, my name is Gustavo. It's not Gustav, it's not Mustafa, it's not Gus, it's Gustavo. A lot of people have a hard time getting my name because it sounds so similar and maybe they haven't heard it before. But I get confused with a lot of people when I'm on the phone with clients sometimes. Or maybe because I'm speaking too softly or I didn't pronounce it right. 3 things that I'm going to share with you that I am most passionate about today are running, food, and traveling. I'm not sure when I started running. I really can't remember the first time I was running around. I was probably really little. But I remember when I ran my first marathon. I probably remember that because there was a lady on the 20th mile in Pennsylvania, or Philly, I guess, that was giving out brownies. And I love chocolate, so I stopped at the 20th mile and started eating brownies. I don't know why she did that. I don't know if there was an agenda behind her, but I love chocolate. And running at the 20th mile, I was really hungry. I also remember running the Chicago Marathon last year, and that's probably because it was my worst time, probably because it was the warmest day in its 30-year history. It was really hot in Chicago for a marathon that day. I also remember going out for a long run 3 years ago with Princess, my dog, after learning that my grandmother had passed away. I don't know what most people do when someone passes away. I went out for a run. I think running for me is one of the few times where I feel connected to everything around me. That's why I'm so passionate about running. Speaking of time and places, it's no surprise that I'm a big traveler. I love to travel. I'm not sure if it's because I moved around so much when I was younger or the fact that I can speak Italian, poor French, and fluent in Spanish. But instead of telling you all the places I've been to, I'll tell you the lessons that I've learned most recently. When I went sailing in the Galapagos Islands, I got on the boat and people were very relaxed, not like New York. And I got on the boat and I was like, hey, what are we doing today? Like, where are we going? And someone just told me, it was like, yeah, you just sit down and relax. And I just couldn't really understand what they meant by that. I thought like we would do something. And kind of disappointed to know that there's nothing going on. But I really learned from that trip how to just enjoy life without necessarily having a daily agenda or things to do list. So that was a really cool experience. The second lesson I learned was this summer, in August, I took a trip down to Morocco and I was in Fez, and I saw these 10-year-old girls and a bit younger who were working at a tile shop making mosaics. And for them, it wasn't so much a choice, it was more a way to survive. And, you know, I think that's when it struck me how easily it is for most of us to take things for granted, and that can happen very easily. But yeah, that just made me appreciate all the things that this country provides and all the people around me. I was just really grateful when I saw that because we do take those things for granted. Lastly, I come down to my favorite part, food. I love food. Despite a lot of efforts to maintaining an organic, low-fat, low-cholesterol, kosher diet, I think when I get hungry, I'll eat just about anything. I think this is probably one of those experiences that anyone can share, so I think that's why I like it so much. So we have running, traveling, and food. And I think that's reflected in my personality, and those are the things that I try to live out on a daily basis. Less marathons and less sailing. And that does it for me.